My friend, before you start this day, listen carefully. There are moments in life when everything feels slow, when doors seem closed, when people doubt you, and even your own heart begins to question the journey. But what if I told you something powerful? God is not delaying your life. He is preparing it. Sometimes God allows silence before success. He allows waiting before elevation. He allows struggle before breakthrough, because the strongest people are not built in comfort. They are built in quiet mornings, silent prayers, and faithful waiting. So before this day begins, take a deep breath and remember this truth. Your story is not finished. Your breakthrough is not canceled, and God has not forgotten you. My friend, every new morning is a reminder that God has given you another chance to move forward. The sun rising today is not just a natural event, it is a message. It tells you that darkness never wins forever. No matter how long the night was, the morning always comes. In the same way, no matter how difficult your journey has been, your breakthrough can still arrive. Many people give up too early because they only see the struggle. They forget that God often works in silence. When nothing seems to change, God is still shaping your future behind the scenes. The delays you face are not punishment. They are preparation. The challenges you experience are not signs of failure. They are lessons building strength inside you. Every obstacle is training your mind, strengthening your faith, and preparing your character for something bigger. When you wake up today, do not focus on what you lack. Focus on what God is building inside you. Strength grows quietly. Faith grows in waiting. And victory often begins in moments when no one else sees your effort. My friend, one of the greatest mistakes people make is comparing their journey with others. You see someone else succeeding, someone else moving faster, someone else achieving things earlier in life, and suddenly you feel behind. But the truth is simple. God writes every story differently. Your path is unique. Some people bloom early, but others bloom stronger and later, just like seeds planted in the ground. Some take longer to grow roots before they appear above the soil. When God is preparing something powerful in your life, He often spends more time building your foundation, because the higher the building, the deeper the foundation must be. Do not rush what God is carefully building. Your waiting season is not wasted time. It is a season where patience grows, wisdom develops, and your faith becomes stronger. When the right moment comes, everything that once seemed slow will suddenly make sense. The doors that refused to open before will open easily. What looked like delay will reveal itself as divine timing. My friend, every morning you wake up with two choices. You can carry yesterday's doubts, fears, and failures into today, or you can choose faith. The truth is, the past cannot control your future unless you allow it. God does not define you by your worst moments. He defines you by the purpose He placed inside you. Many people stop believing in themselves because they listen to voices that say they are not good enough, not strong enough, or not capable enough. But those voices are not the voice of God. The voice of God reminds you that you were created with purpose. Your life has meaning. Your journey has direction. Even the struggles you faced were not meaningless. They were shaping you into someone stronger. When you step into this new day, walk with courage. Even if the path is unclear, trust that God is guiding your steps. Faith does not mean seeing the whole road. It means trusting the one who leads you. My friend, there are mornings when getting out of bed feels difficult. Your mind remembers the struggles, the failures, the unanswered prayers. But even in those moments, there is a powerful truth you must remember. God has already placed strength inside you. The strength you need for today is already within your reach. Sometimes we think strength means never feeling tired, never feeling afraid, never feeling uncertain. But real strength is different. Real strength is waking up even when you feel discouraged. Real strength is continuing to believe even when the results are not visible yet. God never promised a life without challenges, but He did promise that He would walk with you through every challenge. When you step into this new day, do not focus on what feels heavy. Focus on the fact that you are still here. You are still breathing. You still have another chance to move forward, and that alone means your story is still being written. The struggles you face today may become the strength you celebrate tomorrow. My friend, many people wait for the perfect moment before they take action. They wait for confidence. They wait for certainty. They wait for everything to feel easy. But the truth is, the perfect moment rarely comes. Success is often built by people who decide to move forward even when things feel uncertain. Faith works the same way. Faith is not about having all the answers. Faith is about trusting God enough to take the next step. You may not see the entire path ahead, but God sees it clearly. When you trust Him, every small step begins to matter. One prayer can change your perspective. One decision can change your direction. One morning can change your entire future. Do not underestimate the power of small beginnings. The greatest journeys in life often begin quietly, with a single step taken in faith. Today could be that step for you. Today could be the moment where everything slowly begins to change. My friend, sometimes the greatest battles we fight are not outside of us, but inside. Our own minds. Doubt whispers that you are not ready. Fear tells you that failure is waiting ahead. But those thoughts do not define your future. They are only temporary voices trying to stop your progress. God placed something powerful inside you, a purpose that cannot be destroyed by fear. Every great story in history began with someone who chose courage over comfort. They decided to move forward even when they felt uncertain. Your life can follow the same path. The courage you need is already growing inside you. It grows every time you refuse to give up. It grows every time you wake up and decide to try again. And it grows every time you trust God even when the path is unclear. This morning, make a simple decision. Do not let fear speak louder than your faith. When faith becomes stronger than fear, everything in your life begins to change. My friend, sometimes life places you in seasons where progress feels invisible. You work, you pray, you try your best, yet nothing seems to change. In those quiet seasons, many people become discouraged. They believe their effort is wasted. But the truth is, the most important growth often happens where no one can see it. Think about a tree. Before it grows tall above the ground, Its roots grow deep beneath the soil. The deeper the roots grow, the stronger the tree becomes when storms arrive. Your life works in the same way. The silent seasons are where God strengthens your foundation. Every challenge builds patience. Every delay builds wisdom. Every struggle builds character. And when the right moment finally arrives, everything you learned in silence will support the success that becomes visible. So do not fear the slow seasons of life. They are not empty seasons. They are seasons where God prepares you to stand strong when your moment finally arrives. My friend, every morning carries a quiet invitation. It invites you to start again. Yesterday may have contained mistakes, disappointments, or regrets, but today offers a new opportunity to move forward. One of the greatest gifts God gives us is the ability to begin again. The past may teach you lessons, but it does not have the power to control your future unless you allow it. Many people stay trapped because they continue replaying their past failures in their minds. They forget that God specializes in new beginnings. Every sunrise is proof that life continues. The light always returns after darkness. In the same way, hope can return even after difficult seasons. When you wake up today, release the weight of yesterday. Let go of the things you cannot change. Instead, focus on what you can do today. One step forward, one positive decision, one prayer of faith. These small actions can slowly transform your entire path. My friend, there will always be voices around you telling you what you cannot do. Some people doubt your ability. Others question your dreams. Sometimes even your own mind becomes one of those voices. But the truth is, other people do not see the purpose God placed inside you. They only see the present moment. God sees your entire future. When God places a vision in your heart, it may not make sense to everyone around you. That is because the vision was given to you, not to them. Every great journey begins with belief. When you believe that your life has meaning, you begin to move differently. You stop allowing doubt to control your decisions. You begin to trust that even the small steps you take today are leading somewhere meaningful. Your dreams are not accidents. Your desire to grow, improve, and succeed was placed inside you for a reason. Protect that vision. Feed it with faith, patience, and consistent effort. My friend, faith does not mean everything will happen instantly. Faith means trusting that something good is happening even when you cannot see it yet. Many people give up because they expect quick results. They expect immediate change, but God often works through process, not instant transformation. Think about the sunrise. The sky does not change from darkness to full daylight in 1 second. The light slowly grows stronger, minute by minute. In the same way, progress in life often happens gradually. Your strength grows little by little. Your confidence grows step by step. Your opportunities appear when the right moment arrives. What feels slow today may actually be perfect timing. If everything happened instantly, you might not be ready for it. But when growth happens gradually, you develop the wisdom and character necessary to handle success. Trust the process God is leading you through. Even when progress feels slow, it is still progress. My friend, the direction of your life is often shaped by the thoughts you choose to focus on each morning. When you wake up thinking about fear, doubt, and problems, those thoughts begin to control your energy. But when you wake up with faith, hope, and determination, your mindset begins to change your actions. The way you start your morning matters more than you realize. A quiet moment of prayer can reset your entire perspective. Gratitude can shift your focus from what is missing to what is already present in your life. When you begin the day with faith, you remind yourself that you are not walking alone. God is guiding your steps even when the path seems uncertain. Your attitude in the morning becomes the foundation for everything that follows during the day. Choose thoughts that strengthen you. Choose words that encourage you. Choose faith over fear. My friend, the world often celebrates loud success, big achievements, public victories, visible accomplishments. But some of the most powerful growth happens quietly. The discipline to wake up early, the decision to pray, the commitment to improve yourself even when no one is watching, these quiet habits shape your future more than any single moment of success. What you do consistently matters more than what you do occasionally. Every small act of discipline becomes a building block for your future. When you choose faith over doubt, effort over excuses, and patience over frustration, you begin to create a life that grows stronger day by day. God often blesses those who remain faithful in the quiet moments. The work you do in silence will eventually produce results that speak for themselves. Continue moving forward, even when the progress feels small. Great change is often the result of many small, faithful steps taken over time. Brother, sometimes the reason life feels difficult is because you are growing into someone stronger. Growth is not always comfortable. It often comes through moments of pressure, uncertainty, and challenge. But those moments are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to develop you. Think about how gold becomes pure. It must go through intense heat before its true value is revealed. In the same way, God sometimes allows pressure in your life so that your true strength can appear. The struggles you face today may be shaping the person you will become tomorrow. One day you will look back and realize that the very situations you once feared were actually building the courage you needed. When life feels heavy, do not assume that you are failing. Sometimes the weight you feel is simply the process of transformation. God is shaping your character, strengthening your faith, and preparing you for a future that is bigger than what you can currently see. My friend, patience is one of the most powerful qualities a person can develop, yet it is also one of the most difficult. In a world that moves quickly, everyone wants immediate results. But many of the greatest things in life require time. Faith requires time. Growth requires time. Even the dreams placed in your heart may require a season of waiting before they become reality. During that waiting season, it can feel like nothing is happening. But just because you cannot see progress does not mean progress is not occurring. God often works quietly behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, opening opportunities, and preparing people who will eventually become part of your journey. If everything happened instantly, you might miss the lessons needed to sustain success. Waiting seasons teach resilience, discipline, and trust. They help you develop the inner strength necessary to handle the blessings that will eventually arrive. Brother, never underestimate the power of belief. The way you see yourself influences the direction of your life. If you constantly believe that you're not capable, your actions will reflect that belief. But when you begin to believe that God placed purpose inside you, everything begins to change. Belief gives you the courage to try again after failure. It gives you the strength to keep moving even when progress feels slow. Throughout history, many people achieved extraordinary things because they believed in possibilities others could not see. They trusted that their effort, guided by faith, would eventually lead somewhere meaningful. The same potential exists within you. Your life is not limited by your past. It is shaped by the decisions you make today. When you choose belief over doubt, you open the door to opportunities that once seemed impossible. My friend, the quiet mornings are often the most powerful moments of the day. Before the noise of the world begins, there is a brief space where your thoughts are clear and your spirit is calm. This is the perfect moment to reconnect with your purpose. Many successful people understand the importance of how the day begins. When you start your morning with intention, prayer, and reflection, you prepare your mind for the challenges ahead. Instead of reacting to problems, you approach them with clarity and strength. A peaceful morning creates a powerful mindset. Even 5 minutes of quiet reflection can reset your energy. It reminds you that your life has direction and meaning. Do not rush through your mornings without awareness. Use them as an opportunity to center your thoughts, renew your faith, and prepare yourself to face the day with confidence. Brother, courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. Every meaningful journey requires courage. There will always be moments when doubt tries to stop you. Fear may tell you that the risk is too great or the challenge is too difficult. But courage reminds you that growth always exists on the other side of discomfort. When you step outside your comfort zone, you begin to discover abilities you never knew you had. God often calls people to take steps that feel uncertain. Those steps build trust and faith. The moment you decide not to let fear control your choices, your life begins to expand. New possibilities appear, new strengths emerge, and your confidence begins to grow. The courage you show today can create opportunities that change your entire future. My friend, gratitude is one of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can develop. When you focus only on what is missing in your life, discouragement quickly appears. But when you begin to appreciate what you already have, your perspective changes. Gratitude does not ignore challenges. It simply reminds you that blessings still exist, even in difficult seasons. Every day contains something worth appreciating, a new opportunity, a supportive person, a lesson learned from experience. When you practice gratitude, you train your mind to see possibilities rather than limitations. This mindset shift creates emotional strength. It allows you to approach problems with patience rather than frustration. Gratitude also deepens your connection with God. It reminds you that even small moments of progress are gifts worth recognizing. Brother, discipline is the bridge between dreams and reality. Many people have dreams, but only a few develop the daily habits required to achieve them. Success rarely happens by accident. It is built through consistent effort, Small decisions repeated day after day. Waking up early, dedicating time to improvement, staying focused on your goals. These actions may seem small, but together they create powerful momentum. Discipline is not always exciting, but it is extremely effective. Over time, disciplined habits transform ordinary effort into extraordinary results. God often blesses those who remain faithful in the small responsibilities of life. When you remain committed to doing the right things consistently, you create a path that naturally leads toward growth and opportunity. My friend, the future you desire is not created in a single dramatic moment. It is created through many small decisions made each day. Every choice you make moves you either closer to your goals or further away from them. The way you think, the actions you take, and the habits you build all shape the direction of your life. When you choose faith, discipline, and perseverance, you begin to create a future filled with possibility. The journey may not always be easy, but every step forward matters. Even the smallest progress is still progress. God sees every effort you make. The work you do today may not produce immediate results, but it is building a foundation for tomorrow's success. Continue moving forward with faith and determination. The story of your life is still unfolding. Brother, every person who eventually succeeds must first learn how to survive difficult seasons. Life does not test people to break them. It tests them to reveal what they are truly made of. When challenges appear, they expose the strength hidden inside your character. Many people run away from pressure, but pressure is often the environment where greatness begins to form. Think about a diamond. It becomes valuable only after intense pressure deep within the earth. In the same way, the pressure you experience in life may actually be shaping your future strength. Instead of fearing difficult moments, try to see them as training for something greater. Each challenge teaches resilience. Each obstacle builds endurance. And each lesson prepares you for responsibilities that require wisdom and maturity. Brother, one of the greatest battles you will face in life is the battle for your focus. The world constantly tries to pull your attention in many directions. Distractions appear everywhere. Social media, comparison, negative voices, and unnecessary worries. When your focus becomes scattered, your energy becomes weak. But when you learn to control your focus, your life begins to change. Focus gives power to your effort. It allows you to invest your time and energy into the things that truly matter. Successful people are not always more talented than others. Often, they are simply more focused. They protect their time and attention carefully. If you want to build a meaningful future, learn to guard your focus. Decide what truly deserves your energy and remove the distractions that slow your progress. Brother, sometimes the greatest progress happens when you decide to forgive. Holding on to anger and resentment can feel powerful for a moment, but over time, it becomes a heavy burden. Forgiveness does not mean that the past never happened. It simply means you refuse to let the past control your future. When you forgive, you release the emotional weight that keeps you trapped in yesterday's pain. You give yourself the freedom to move forward with peace and clarity. Many strong people carry silent wounds from their past, but healing begins when they choose to let go. God encourages forgiveness not because the other person deserves it, but because you deserve peace. A peaceful heart allows your mind to focus on growth instead of bitterness. Brother, courage grows through action. Waiting until you feel completely ready often leads to endless delay. The truth is, confidence usually appears after you take the first step, not before. Many opportunities in life are missed simply because people hesitate too long. Fear tells you to wait until everything feels safe, but growth rarely happens in comfort zones. When you decide to take action, even small action, you begin to change the direction of your life. Each step forward builds confidence. Each experience teaches new lessons, and slowly, the path that once seemed uncertain begins to become clearer. My friend, there are moments when you will feel alone in your journey. Not everyone will understand your goals or your vision. Some people may even question why you are trying so hard to grow. But remember this, every meaningful journey contains moments of solitude. Those quiet moments are not signs that you are on the wrong path. Sometimes they are signs that you are walking a path few people are brave enough to take. When you remain faithful to your purpose, the right people eventually appear in your life. But before that happens, you must learn to stand strong even when you feel alone. Brother, consistency is often more powerful than intensity. Many people work extremely hard for a short period of time and then lose motivation. But those who achieve lasting success understand the importance of steady effort. Consistency means showing up every day, even when motivation is low. It means continuing to move forward even when progress feels slow. Over time, small, consistent actions create powerful results. A single day of effort may not change your life, but months of steady commitment can transform your future. Discipline turns ordinary effort into extraordinary growth. Brother, sometimes the reason your path feels difficult is because you are climbing higher than you ever have before. Growth requires effort, and effort often feels uncomfortable. But discomfort is not always a bad sign. In many cases, it means you are stretching beyond your previous limits. When muscles grow stronger, they first experience resistance. In the same way, when your life begins to grow, you will face challenges that test your determination. Those challenges are not there to stop you. They are there to strengthen you. Brother, faith becomes most powerful when circumstances look uncertain. Anyone can believe when everything is easy, but true faith appears when the future looks unclear. Trusting God during uncertain seasons requires courage and patience. Yet those are the very moments where spiritual strength develops. When you trust God even when you cannot see the full picture, you build a deeper connection with Him. Over time, that trust becomes a source of peace that cannot be shaken by temporary problems. Brother, your life contains more potential than you may realize. Many people underestimate themselves because they only see their current situation. But your present circumstances do not define your final destination. Every day you are learning, growing, and gaining experience. Those experiences are shaping the person you are becoming. When you continue moving forward with faith and determination, your potential begins to reveal itself step by step. Brother, the most important step in any journey is simply refusing to quit. Many people come close to success but give up just before the breakthrough appears. Difficult seasons create the temptation to stop trying, but perseverance changes everything. When you decide to continue despite obstacles, you separate yourself from the majority of people who give up early. Persistence builds momentum, and momentum creates progress. One day, you will look back and realize that the moments you almost quit were actually the moments that strengthened your determination the most. Every life goes through seasons of uncertainty. There are times when the road ahead feels unclear and the direction of the future seems hidden. In those moments, it is easy to become discouraged. But uncertainty does not mean that progress has stopped. Often, it simply means that you are walking through a chapter where patience is required. Growth rarely happens in perfect conditions. It develops through challenges, questions, and decisions that test your determination. When the path becomes unclear, focus on the next step rather than the entire journey. One small step forward is enough to keep moving. Strength is often discovered in moments when you feel the least confident. Many people believe that strength means never feeling fear or doubt, but real strength is the ability to continue despite those emotions. Every person who has achieved something meaningful has faced moments where they questioned their own ability. The difference is that they chose to continue anyway. Courage grows when you take action, even when you feel uncertain. Each step forward builds confidence and proves to yourself that you are capable of more than you once believed. Life becomes meaningful when you begin to focus on purpose rather than comparison. Comparing yourself to others often leads to unnecessary frustration. Every person moves through life at a different pace. Some journeys appear fast, while others require more time to develop. The important thing is not how quickly you move, but whether you continue moving in the right direction. When you focus on improving your own life instead of measuring it against others, you free yourself from pressure and create space for genuine growth. Every challenge carries a lesson. Some lessons appear immediately, while others reveal their meaning much later. At the moment when difficulties occur, it may feel as though nothing positive can come from them. Yet time often reveals that those experiences shaped important qualities: patience, wisdom, resilience, and understanding. Difficult seasons are rarely comfortable, but they often become the chapters that prepare you for the responsibilities of the future. Discipline creates momentum. When you repeat positive actions consistently, your life begins to change gradually. A single day of effort may not feel significant, but repeated effort over months and years creates powerful transformation. Success rarely appears suddenly. It grows slowly through habits that strengthen your character. Each morning provides another opportunity to practice those habits and move one step closer to your goals. Faith provides stability when circumstances feel unstable. When life becomes unpredictable, faith reminds you that not every detail must be understood immediately. Trust allows you to continue walking, even when the final destination is not yet visible. Faith does not remove challenges, but it provides the strength needed to face them with confidence. When you hold on to faith during uncertain times, you develop a deeper sense of peace that cannot easily be shaken. Gratitude changes perspective. When you focus only on problems, life begins to feel heavier than it truly is. But when you recognize the small blessings present each day, your mindset shifts. Gratitude reveals opportunities that were previously hidden by negativity. It reminds you that even during difficult seasons, there are still moments of progress, learning, and hope. A grateful mind becomes more resilient and more prepared to face challenges with strength. Opportunity often arrives quietly. Many people expect dramatic signs when important moments appear in their lives. But in reality, opportunity often begins with simple decisions, a new idea, a conversation, a chance to try something different. These small openings can eventually lead to significant change. When you remain attentive and open-minded, you begin to notice possibilities that others might overlook. Growth requires patience. The process of becoming stronger, wiser, and more capable cannot be rushed. Just as a tree takes years to grow tall and stable, personal growth also requires time. When you accept the process instead of resisting it, you begin to appreciate the journey itself. Each day becomes part of a larger story that is gradually unfolding. Persistence creates breakthroughs. Many people stop just before the moment when their effort would have produced results. The difference between those who succeed and those who quit is often simple persistence. Continuing to try, continuing to learn, and continuing to believe eventually creates progress. Every step forward, no matter how small, contributes to the larger outcome of your every journey. Eventually reaches a moment where you begin to understand why the difficult chapters were necessary. When you look back, you start to see how each challenge shaped your character and strengthened your perspective. Situations that once seemed unfair begin to reveal their purpose. Growth rarely feels comfortable while it is happening, but later it becomes clear that those experiences prepared you for responsibilities and opportunities that required greater strength. Life is not only about achieving goals, it is also about becoming the person capable of handling those goals. Many people focus entirely on outcomes without realizing that character development is equally important. Patience, discipline, humility, and resilience are qualities that allow success to remain stable. Without them, even great opportunities can be lost. The process of growth ensures that when success arrives, you are ready to manage it wisely. Sometimes progress appears slowly because preparation is happening behind the scenes. Just as builders spend time strengthening a foundation before constructing a tall structure, life also requires preparation before visible achievements appear. During these quieter periods, it may seem as though nothing significant is happening. In reality, these moments are shaping the inner strength necessary for future responsibilities. Your story is still being written. No matter what challenges you have faced so far, they represent only a portion of your journey. Every day provides another opportunity to make choices that move your life forward. The future is not determined by past difficulty, but by the decisions you continue to make today. Each positive step contributes to a new chapter. Belief in your purpose creates powerful momentum. When you begin to trust that your life has direction and meaning, your actions become more focused and determined. Confidence grows gradually as you continue moving forward. The more you invest in improving yourself, the clearer your path becomes. Faith provides guidance during uncertain moments, even when the future is unclear. Faith encourages you to continue taking steps. Trust allows you to move forward without needing to see every detail of the road ahead. Over time, that trust becomes a source of stability that strengthens your decisions and your mindset. Resilience develops through experience. Each challenge you overcome adds another layer of strength to your character. Difficult moments do not weaken you, they train you. When you face obstacles with determination, you become more capable of handling future challenges with confidence. Progress often begins quietly. Small actions repeated consistently create lasting change. The habits you practice each day shape the direction of your life more than occasional bursts of effort. When you remain consistent in your commitment to growth, the results eventually become visible. Every sunrise carries a reminder that life continues moving forward. The opportunity to begin again is one of the most powerful gifts you receive each day. Even when yesterday contained disappointment, today offers the chance to approach life with renewed focus and determination. Life may not always follow the path you originally imagined. There will be moments of uncertainty, delays, and unexpected challenges. Yet those moments do not mean your journey has lost its direction. Often, they are simply part of a larger process shaping who you will become. The difficulties you face today may one day become the experiences that define your strength. The patience you develop now may support the success you achieve later, and the faith you hold during uncertain seasons may guide you toward opportunities greater than you expected. So as this day begins, remember one simple truth. Your journey is not finished. Your story is still unfolding, and every step forward still matters.